Hello friends, welcome to ACE Tutorials. Today we are going to discuss concept of root locus part 3. To understand the concept of root locus, in this example for your understanding purpose I have considered person and hut. Based on my input instruction, the person has to move to his destination if hut is provided. Hut will be his destination. If there is no hut, then the person will have to move in search of infinite destination. In this, for person we are considering start point and for hut we are considering end point. In this example you can see I have considered 4 person and I have not provided any destination for this 4 person. You can see I have not considered any hut for this 4 person. So as we know that if there is no destination, that is if there is no hut, then the person will move in search of infinite destination. In this we need to provide angle for the person so that they can follow the angle to move towards infinite destination. The person who moves to infinite destination, we are naming that person as a asymptote, and the angle what we are providing to this asymptote to move towards to infinite destination is called angle of asymptote. In this example you can see I am having a 4 person, they are moving towards to infinite destination, that is we are having 4 asymptotes. For these 4 asymptotes we need to provide 4 angle of asymptotes. In this example you can see I have provided 4 angles. First angle I have named as a theta 1, angle of 45 degree. Second angle I have named theta 2, angle of 135 degree. Third angle I have named theta 3, angle of 225 degree. Fourth angle I have named theta 4, angle of 350 degree. Following this angle, this 4 person need to move towards infinite destination. To provide this angle, I need to consider a point on the x-axis, and I have considered here the point, and this point we call as a centroid. By considering this point on x-axis, we are provided 4 angles to the 4 persons so that they can move towards to infinite destination. In this I have shown 2 person in x-axis and 2 person in y-axis. There are some conditions that have to be followed by persons in y-axis. Persons on y-axis have to start with a given angle. Then after that they need to move towards to infinite destination by following the angles given to them. So you have to make a note that if the person is on y-axis, first they need to start with a given angle, then they need to follow the angle to move towards to infinite destination. That is the condition for these 2 person. That means this 2 person that is on y-axis, they are going to follow the 2 angle. First angle to start from their position and the second angle to move towards to infinite destination. So now you can see the person on the x-axis, they no need to follow any angle, just based upon the input. So when we provide the input for this person on the x-axis, they will start to move in the given path and then they are going to follow the angle to move towards to infinite destination. So this x-axis person needed only one angle, whereas y-axis person they needed 2 angles, one angle to start and the another angle to move towards to infinite destination. The angle what they start on the y-axis, that angle we call angle of departure. Remember, whenever the person comes in the y-axis, then they need to start with an angle of departure, and then to move towards to infinite destination they need to follow angle of asymptotes. This is the point you need to make a note. And next you can see before applying input we need to provide the path, and the condition to provide the path is, we know that we are going to provide the path for odd count of person or hut, and we are not going to provide any path for even count of hut or person. You can see here from the right hand side I am going to start to count the person or hut. From this point to this point I am not having any person or hut, that is 0 count, and 0 is an even, and you can see that from this point to this point I have not provided any path. Now at this point you can see I am having one person, and the count is 1 and 1 is an odd, I will start to provide the path from this point. Now I will be continuing till next count. You can see here when I am continuing, you are getting this 2% also in between, but we are not going to count this 2%. When the person is in y axis, we are not going to consider in count. We will continue with the odd count path what I have provided for this person. I will continue with this and I will stop at the next count, and here you can see that the next count is 2 and 2 is an even, and we know that for an even count we are not providing the path. Point onwards, for an even count you can see I am not providing the path till infinity. So in this way we are going to provide the path in this example. Remember, when a person are in y axis, we are not going to count them when we are providing the path. So next, when I apply the input, they start to move, and as I said, these 2% need to follow certain condition. They need to start with certain angle what we are providing to them. Here I am going to take example. For this person I am going to provide minus 90 degree, and for this person I am going to provide plus 90 degree. So here I am considering some angle for this 2%. When I give the input, this person will start to move minus 90 degree downwards, and this person will start to move upwards plus 90 degree. So in this example I will be giving 3 meeting points on the x-axis. This is one meeting point, and another meeting point I am going to give it here, and another meeting point I am going to give it here. So as we know that a meeting point is nothing but a point where more than one person meets. We call that point as a breakaway point. Remember, if I am providing a meeting point, then only this person should come to the x-axis. If I am not providing any meeting point, then they should not come to the x-axis. Remember this, make a note. These 2% should come to x-axis only if I am providing breakaway point for them. So if there is no breakaway point for this 2%, then they should move from there itself to the infinite destination. But in this example I have considered 3 breakaway points where they can meet when they are coming, when this person is coming down and when this person is moving up. They both can meet at this point. In this example I am considering breakaway point for this person. If I have not given the breakaway point for this 2%, then they need to move after coming out by minus 90 degree. They need to move towards to infinite destination. And if I have not given breakaway point for this person also, he need to come, this person need to come up and then need to move towards to infinite destination. But in this example, as I said, I have given 3 breakaway points. Then this person will come down and this person will move up, and then they are going to meet at this point, and one person will go in this direction and another person will go in this direction. And we know for this 2%, when the input is applied, this 2% will start to move in this direction. This person will be moving in this direction and this person will be moving in this direction. Now as we know that when these 2% have met at this point, that is at this breakaway point, one is going in left hand side, another is going in the right hand side, and this person is moving in this direction, both going to meet at this point. That means both the person going to meet at this breakaway point. So once they meet, they are going to come out and they look into the angle, and by following the angle they will try to reach to infinite destination. For this 2%, you can see at this point when they come out, one will come out upward direction, another will come out downward direction. So in this way, when they come out, they are going to cross the imaginary axis here because the angle is tilted. They are going to cross the imaginary axis. I am giving a point here. The imaginary intersection is at this point for this person, and for another person I am giving the intersection of imaginary at this point. Looking into the angle and this intersection point, this person will move towards to infinity. And now this person, by looking into this angle and this intersection point, he will move to infinite destination. You can see both have moved to infinite destination. So you can see here it is symmetrical. Now here also one person moved to the right hand side when they met at this point, and another person moved to the left hand side, and this person was trying to move towards to this direction, and they are going to meet. That is at this point the breakaway point occurs. So this is the breakaway point where these two person meets, and the same here we are not having any intersection. So therefore just by observing to this angle, this person will move towards to infinite destination. And here by following this angle, the other person will move towards to infinite destination. So you can see it is symmetrical. In this way, four person are going to move towards to infinite destination. Remember, in this I have provided the angle for them is minus 90 degree and plus 90 degree. The angle can be anything from 0 to 360 degree. Based upon the given angle, they need to come out, and then they need to follow the angle to move towards to infinite destination. So remember, when a person are in y axis, then they need to follow two angle. First they need to follow angle of departure, then they need to follow angle of asymptote. So for these two person, no need any angle of departure, just they need angle of asymptote, and with respect to the angle of asymptote, they are going to move towards to infinite destination. Now in this second example, you can see I have considered again the same four person only without any destination. All the four will move towards to infinite destination. For that I have provided the four angles by considering the point centroid, and these are the four angle of asymptotes. Now you can see that when I apply the input, this person will start to move in this direction, and this person will start to move in this direction. So now in this example also I am going to provide three breakaway points. One breakaway point is at this point, and the second breakaway point I am going to provide here, and third breakaway point I am going to provide it here. See now here for this two person I am going to give the angle more than 90 degree. Assume here I am going to give the angle for this somewhere minus 120 degree, and here for this person I am going to give the angle plus 120 degree. Now when I apply the input, this person will come out with angle minus 120 degree, and this person will come out with an angle plus 120 degree. Now here I have provided three breakaway point. Now with respect to this angle, this point is near for these two person. They are going to come to this point. They are going to come to this point. In this way. And then one will move to the right hand side, and the another will move to the left hand side. You can see here this person will move towards this side, and this person is moving towards this side, and they are going to meet at this point, and they are going to come out, and one will come out in upward direction, and the other will come out in the downward direction. Here this also again this person and this person will meet at this breakaway point. This person will come upward direction, this person will come downward direction. Now you can see, we know that by following this angle they will try to move towards to infinite destination, but I am getting here in between the imaginary axis, so that I need to show the intersection with the imaginary axis. I am considering a point here for intersection, and above what I have considered, below I need to consider the negative intersection also. Now this person will observe this angle and this intersection point, and then he will try to move towards to infinite path, and the same this person also will try to move towards to infinite path. Now here these two person have met, and they will try to move towards to infinite path, and here this person will try to move towards to infinite path. So in this way you can see, now when I change the angle, so they deviated and they met to the breakaway point in this way when I have provided the breakaway point. If I have not provided this breakaway point, then this person would have come out with 180 degree and moved at 135 degree, and this person would have come out with a plus 120 degree and it have moved with an angle of 225 degree. Now then at the time only if I have provided one breakaway point, means this fellow would have met here with this fellow and then would have come out in this angle. So you need to see in the root locus method, you have to check with the root locus method problem. Based upon that you need to decide whether these two person have to come to the x-axis or not. In these examples I have provided the breakaway point, therefore these two person have met at this point and then one went to the left hand side and the another went to the right hand side. In the next example, now in this example I have considered the 4 person without destination, and you can see that all the 4 persons are moving to infinite destination with these 4 angles. Now you can see when I apply the input, before applying the input I'll be providing a breakaway point, only one breakaway point I'll be providing here. Now when I apply the input, this person moves in this direction and this person moves in this direction. Definitely they are going to meet at this point and one will come out above and another will come out below. So now I have not provided any breakaway point for this two person, but I'll be providing angle. Assume for this person I'm providing angle of minus 120 degree, and for this fellow I'll be providing an angle of plus 120 degree. It can be any angle. I am taking an example of this angle. Now you can see at this angle this person will come out, and at this angle here this person will come out, and I have not given any break point to meet at this axis. Therefore they will turn and they will go to the infinite destination by following this angle to infinite path. Even this person also, if their intention is to reach to infinite destination by following the angle of asymptote. I have not given any breakaway point, therefore this person will not come to the x-axis. Even this person also will come at an minus 120 degree angle and then tilt, and he will go to infinite destination. So this two person approach to infinite destination, and here this two person, as I said, this person is coming to the meeting at this point and this person is meeting at this point, and one will come to above and another will come to below, and observing to this angle they will try to move towards to infinite destination. But at this angle they are going to cross the imaginary axis. I need to provide the intersection with the imaginary axis above and below. This is the intersection point with respect to imaginary axis. By observing this intersection point and this angle, this person will move towards to infinite destination, and this person will move towards infinite destination. Remember, when these two person meet at this point, any one will move in this direction and other person will move in this direction. So you may get this type of response if I have not given breakaway point for these two person. Next example. In this example also I have considered 4 person without destination. That means all these 4 will move towards to infinite destination by following 4 angles. You can see that I have given the 4 angles. Now in this I am going to provide the breakaway point, one point at this point, that is on centroid itself. There may be chances of giving a breakaway point and centroid point at the same point. For now in this example I am providing breakaway point at this point only, and one more breakaway point I will be providing somewhere here in the y-axis. One more breakaway point I will be providing on the y-axis, that is in the above part, and in the below part also I am going to provide the breakaway point. Now you can see when I apply the input, this two person will start to move and they meet at this point. One person will go in the above direction and the other person will come in the downwards direction in this way. Now this fellow will be moving up and the other person will be moving down. Now for this person, now I am going to provide the angle minus 90 degree, and for this person I will be providing plus 90 degree. So therefore he will be moving downwards and meet at this point, and this fellow moving upwards and going to meet at this point. Now they are going to come out in this way. Now they are going to observe the angle. Now this person need to observe the intersection point also, because he is going to cross the imaginary axis. The intersection point I'll be providing somewhere here. So by observing the angle, this person will move in this way towards to infinite destination, and this person will just observe this angle and try to move in this way to infinite path. Now here the same case, you can see that so one person, when these two have met at this point, one have come down, one went up, and we showed the meeting point, that is breakaway point. Here in this case, one person will come down and one will be going up, that is in plus 90 degree angle. So then they are going to meet at this point, and here this person will come down in this way. Once they meet, he will observe this angle, one person will go towards infinite destination in this way. The other person, you can see, he will observe this angle and he has to observe the intersection point also. I am providing somewhere here the intersection point. He will move towards to infinite destination in this way. Now this general example we are going to compare with root locus method. That is, we are going to replace person with poles and hut we are going to replace with 0. Now in this I have not provided any hut, therefore in the root locus method also I will not consider any 0 value. So let us see that in root locus method how this general example is going to be related. In this root locus method, you can see I have replaced persons with poles. Remember, in root locus method we need to consider poles and zeros. That is the general example I have explained for your understanding purpose. We have to consider in root locus method poles and zeros only. In place of person I have replaced with poles, that is denoted by cross mark, you can see with the into. Now as we know the procedure, as when I apply the input, that I vary the system parameter, that is gain k is equal to 0 to infinity, then these poles will start to move. Here in this case you can see that the path what we have discussed in the general method, we are going to consider here root locus path. As the procedure is same, from right hand side I am going to count the number of poles and zeros. For even count I am not providing any root locus path. From this point to this point no root locus, and from this point onwards the count I am getting odd count, that is one pole. From this point to till next count, as usual we are not going to count the complex poles. In this, instead of saying y axis person, here we are going to consider complex poles. We are not going to count the complex poles to consider the root locus path. So from this point onwards I am going to get the root locus path till this point, that is till the next count, that is count 2. So from here to here we are going to consider the root locus path, and next from this point to till infinity we are considering no root locus path, because we know that we are not providing any root locus path for even count. So from this point to till infinity it is an no root locus path. In this way we are going to provide the root locus path in the root locus method. Now as we know that when we apply the input, this pole will move in this direction and this pole will move in this direction. Now here as you can see, for this pole I have given the angle, that is minus 90 degree, angle of departure is minus 90 degree, and for this pole the angle of departure is plus 90 degree. Therefore this pole will move in the upward direction and this pole will move in the downward direction. Now when they move, here in this example, as I said, I have given 3 breakaway points. So one breakaway point is here, second breakaway point is here, third breakaway point is here. Now this pole is moving downwards and will meet at this point, and this pole move upwards and meets at this point. Then one will move towards to the right hand side and one will move towards to the left hand side. Then this pole will be moving in this direction, this pole will be moving in this direction, then finally they are going to meet at this point, and by observing this angle, this pole will move towards to infinite destination and the another pole will move towards to infinite destination by observing this angle. Like this, here one pole have moved in this direction and this pole is moved in this direction. they are going to meet at this point. Pole will come out and observes this angle, and the point of intersection what we have calculated, by considering this point and this angle, it will move towards to infinite destination. Now you can observe here in the downwards the pole, by observing this angle and observing to this intersection point, it will move towards to infinite destination. Plotting the root locus, we are going to comment on stability by looking into the locus. In this case you can see that this locus is on the left hand side only, but this locus you can see the roots they are moving and they are coming to right hand side. The point of intersection we are going to get for some k value. So as we know the procedure, we have solved in the previous method in the stability analysis k marginal value, and for that k marginal value we have calculated S is equal to plus or minus j omega value, that is frequency of sustained oscillations we have calculated. Here we are going to consider that plus j omega value and minus j omega value, and that plus j omega value we got for some k marginal value, and here we are going to comment for that k marginal value the system is marginally stable, and that k less than constant value the system will be stable, and for that k greater than value the system will become unstable. In this way we are going to comment the stability of the system by this root locus method. In the second example you can see I have considered the same way. In place of 4 person I have considered 4 poles, and for this pole the angle of departure I have given minus 120 degree, and for this pole I have given angle of departure plus 120 degree. Now in this example also I have considered 3 breakaway points. First breakaway point is here, second breakaway point is here, third breakaway point I have considered here. In this 3 breakaway point, now for this 2 pole the nearest breakaway point is this one. They are going to come out at certain angle, that is this pole will come out at minus 120 degree, and it will find this breakaway point, and for this pole it will come out with plus 120 degree, and it will find this point to meet. So once they meet, they come out in the one pole will come out in this direction and the other pole will come out in this direction, and already this pole was moving in this direction. They are going to meet at this break point. Once they meet, one pole will go in towards to infinite destination by observing this angle. The other pole will move in this and the other pole will move towards to infinite destination by observing this angle. We know that here also we are getting the theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 and theta 4. These are the angle of asymptotes. Now you can see that these 2 poles have moved in this way to infinite destination. 2 poles have moved towards to this point. One moved in this direction and one moved in this direction. Now the pole which has moved in this direction will start to move towards this direction, and this pole is moving in this direction, because we know that poles moves only in the root locus path. So we know that from here to here it is a root locus path, and from here to here it is no root locus path, and from here to till infinity it is no root locus path. Now as we know this pole will move, and you can see, as I said, this pole will be moving in this direction, this pole will be moving in this direction, and they are going to meet at this point. And by observing this angle and the intersection point, this pole will move towards to infinite destination. The same way here also one pole will move towards to infinite destination by observing this angle and this intersection point. See, in this example just I have changed the angle of departure. In this I have considered minus 90, in this I have considered minus 120. In this the pole have moved in this direction, and in this the pole has moved in this direction. Now they have met, and then finally they moved in this direction and in this direction, and they approach to infinite destination. So this is the root locus. Again the same, to comment on stability you can see here, after certain k you can see here, for certain k marginal value the system will be marginally stable, and less than k value the system is stable. For k greater than some value the system becomes unstable. In this example first we are going to find the root locus path and no root locus path, and we know the procedure. We are going to count from the right hand side till here. You can see I am not having any pole or 0, that is count is 0. 0 is an even count, therefore for even count we are not providing any root locus path, that is no root locus path. And here from this pole to next count, that means as I told, we are not going to count the complex poles. So therefore when I start to count from this point, it is 1 till here, it is 1 only, but as I get count 2, that is 2 is an even, so for an even count I am not providing any root locus path till infinity. That means here it is no root locus path. So root locus path is from this point to this point. I am writing here root locus path. Now in this example I have considered only one breakaway point. You can see here only one breakaway point. I have not provided a breakaway point to meet these poles on the x-axis. So therefore what happens when the pole comes out with a minus 120 degree, now I am not having any breakaway point to meet these two poles on the x-axis. Therefore as they come out with minus 120 degree, there is no breakaway point. They will move towards to infinite destination by following this angle, that is angle of asymptote. The same way this pole also comes out plus 120 degree, and it's not having any point to meet at x-axis, so that it will tilt with respect to this angle and it will move towards to infinite destination. Now I have provided one breakaway point. This pole will be moving in this direction and this pole will be moving in the opposite direction. Then finally they are going to meet, and then they are going to come out. One pole will come out in the upward direction and the other pole will come out in the downward direction. This pole, by looking into the angle and the intersection with imaginary axis, the pole will move towards to infinite destination. The same way here also, this pole also observe this angle and this intersection point and then move towards to infinite destination. In this you can see this is the locus symmetrical, and here you can see this is the locus symmetrical. So now after plotting the root locus, we are going to comment on the stability, and in this also you can see that for certain k value the system is stable, and for k equivalent to some value that is on the imaginary axis, the system will be marginally stable, and k greater than some value the system becomes unstable, because for k greater than value these roots are coming to the right hand side. So in this way again you can see in this fourth example, in this also I have considered 4 poles. Here I am not having any 0 to end. All these poles need to move towards to infinite destination, and here I have provided one breakaway point at this point and one breakaway point at the complex value, the another breakaway point with complex value. So when you are finding in the root locus method, you may get a real value of breakaway point or you may get a complex value of breakaway point. If you are getting a real value, then you are going to meet, then the poles are going to meet at the real axis. If you are going to get the complex breakaway point, then the poles are going to meet at the complex value. So in this you can see that now I have provided one real breakaway point at this point. When I apply the input k is equal to 0 to infinity, this pole will start to move in this direction, this pole will start to move in this direction, and they are going to meet at this point. Then one will go above and the other will come below, so this will be moving in upward direction. Now for this pole I have given the angle of departure minus 90, therefore this pole will move at an angle minus 90 downwards, and then finally they are going to meet at this breakaway point. So now one pole will come in this direction, another pole will come in this direction, and they will observe the angle, this angle, and the in this you can see that there is an imaginary axis. So by considering an intersection with imaginary axis, this pole, by observing this angle and the intersection value, it will try to move towards to infinite destination. In this way this pole also, it will observe this angle and by following this angle just it will move towards to infinite destination. And so in this way these two poles have moved to infinite destination. In these two pole, one went above, one came down, so this pole is coming in downward direction, and this pole is going in at an angle plus 90 degree in upward direction. Then they are going to meet at this point, and at this point the root will come out in this direction and one root will come out. When they meet at this point, one root will come out left hand side and another root will come out in right hand side. Then just they observe this angle, this root will observe this angle and try to move towards to infinite destination, whereas this pole looking into this intersection with imaginary axis and angle, this pole has moved towards to infinite destination. These some examples of root locus method, and here you have seen in this example you saw when complex poles are there, then we are finding the angle of departure. So remember, if in place of poles, if I consider complex zeros, then we are going to find angle of arrival. So when complex poles are there, then we are finding angle of departure. If you have complex 0, that means in place of poles, if you have the end point that is 0, then we are going to find the angle of arrival. Till now in the root locus method we saw that we need to find centroid, we need to find angle of asymptotes, then we need to find breakaway point. Then if roots are coming towards to right hand side, then they are going to cross the imaginary axis. For that we need to find intersection with imaginary axis. Then if you are having complex poles, then I need to find angle of departure. And in this way one more example I am going to discuss. If you have complex zeros, then we need to find angle of arrival. In root locus method we need to find this many steps. So these are the some examples I have considered to draw an root locus plot. So based upon the problem, the root locus based on the problem, root locus plot changes. So in the next example we'll see by considering complex poles and complex zero, one more example. So in this example you can see I have considered 4 person without any destination, and as we know that so if a destination is not provided for this person, then they will move in search of infinite destination, and for that we need to provide an angle towards to move infinite destination. So here you can see the angles I have shown, 4 angle, theta 1 with a 45 degree, and angle theta 2 with an 135 degree, and angle theta 3 with an angle 225 degree, angle theta 4 with an angle 315 degree. So in this way we have provided angles for them to move towards to infinite destination. Now in this you can see again I have considered 2 person in y axis and 2 person in x axis. So in this I have provided only one breakaway point, and in this example the breakaway point and centroid I have considered at the same point. Even in the root locus method, when we are solving the problem, you may get a breakaway point and centroid with the same value. In this example I have shown at the same point. Now when I apply the input, this person will start to move in this direction and this person will start to move in this direction. I have provided only one breakaway point for all these 4 person. Therefore this person will come downwards. For this person an angle of departure I have given minus 90 degree, and for this person angle of departure I have given plus 90 degree. This person will move in upward direction with an angle plus 90 degree, and this person will move downwards with an angle minus 90 degree. So in this way they will try to move. I have provided for this both a breakaway point at this point, and for these two also I have provided breakaway point at this point only. So for this person I have provided, for these two person I have provided the breakaway point at this point only, and for this two person also I have provided the breakaway point at the same point. So therefore this person will move downwards with an angle minus 90 degree, and this person will move upwards with an angle plus 90 degree, and they are going to meet at this point. So now when they meet at this point, the one person will move towards to right hand side and the other person will move towards to left hand side. So in this way he comes down and this person will move upwards. In this way, in this angle minus 90 degree angle, this person will move downwards, and this person will move plus 90 angle upwards. Now you can see I have shown one breakaway point, common breakaway point. Now all these four people, all these four person going to meet at this point and they are going to come out. Now here the centroid also at this point only, the angle I am getting at this point, therefore they are going to move on the angle. One person will move on this angle and move towards to infinite destination, and the other person will move at this angle towards infinite destination, and one person will move in this way towards infinite destination. Here the fourth person will move towards infinite destination. So here we got in this way the locus, because we got the centroid and breakaway point at the same point. So this is one example. In this example I have considered two person and two huts. Therefore the two person can end with this two destination. In this I have considered hut in y axis. Therefore they will have certain condition, that is they will be providing some angle to end with their destination. That means for this two person, when they want to end with this destination, they need to follow the angle provided by the hut. So here the angle given by this hut we are going to call angle of arrival. Now when I apply the input, this person will move in this direction and this person will move in this direction, and they are going to meet at one point. That is nothing but we call breakaway point. I will be giving here this point, breakaway point. When I apply the input instruction, both will start to move in opposite direction and they are going to meet at this point. One will come above, another will come below. Now they need to approach to this destination. Now this two person need to end with this destination, but they can't end directly to this hut because they are in the y axis. For that they need to follow an angle, that is angle of arrival. So this hut will be providing certain angle. Now in this I will be taking an example of minus 120 angle of arrival and plus 120 angle of arrival. Now by looking into this angle, one person will arrive to this destination in this way, and here in this case also by looking into this angle he is going to arrive in this way. Now whatever the angle is given, based upon that angle they are going to reach to the destination. In this you can see, if hut is given in y axis, in this way the person they are going to reach to their destination. So remember the angle what they are following when hut are in y axis, that angle we call angle of arrival. In the previous example we saw person we have considered in y axis, so therefore they were starting with certain angle. Here we have considered hut in y axis, therefore hut they are going to end with certain angle. There they were starting with angle, that is angle of departure. Here the hut is ending with an angle that we call angle of arrival. The person have arrived by following certain angle. So this is the general example for your understanding purpose. Now in the root locus method, we have considered here poles and 0. You can see here in place of person I have replaced with poles, and in place of hut I have replaced with 0. Now you can see that in this we are having complex poles now. So as usual we are going to find first no root locus path and root locus path. From this point to this point I am not having any pole or 0, that is count is 0, and 0 is an even count. Therefore from this point to this point I am going to consider no root locus path, and from this point onwards I am getting one pole. 1 is an odd. I am going to start to consider the root locus from this point. In between you can see I am getting two complex zeros, but I am not going to count them. I will be continuing the root locus path for the next counter that you can see in the x-axis I am getting here. You can see that on real axis I am getting second pole, that is count to 2, and 2 is an even count. Next till infinity I am not getting any count, therefore I am going to consider this as a no root locus path till infinity. From here to here it is a root locus path. So now as we know that this pole will move in this direction and this pole will move in this direction. Now they are going to meet at one point. I am providing a point here, the breakaway point. So these two poles are going to meet at this point and they are going to come out here in this way. But now they need to end with these zeros in this root locus method, and 0 is the end destination now, end point. Now these two poles need to end with this 2 0. Now they have to end, but they can't go directly to this 0. They need to follow certain angle that we call angle of arrival. Here I am considering as an example of 1 minus 120 angle of arrival, and here I will be considering plus 120 angle of arrival. So the angle can be anything. Now here I am taking an example of minus 120 and plus 120. Now this pole going to end with this 0 by following this angle, and here the same way this pole is going to end in this way to this 0 by following this angle. So you can see here when complex poles are there we are going to calculate the angle of arrival. If complex poles are there then we are going to calculate the angle of departure. So these are the certain examples of root locus method. In the next video we are going to solve some problems on this root locus method, and then we'll see how to calculate this centroid value, angle of asymptotes value, and then breakaway point, and then intersection with imaginary axis, then angle of departure, and then angle of arrival. So these are the things we need to calculate in root locus method, and then we need to at the end we need to sketch with the values this root locus. So hope you understood this example. For more such videos, like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.